Figured I'm the host of a movie show. I need to be wearing more movie merch. So, start off some Alien. There's my full thing. That was all. Welcome back to Cinemuck, the place where we talk about the muck and grime of today's Hollywood film industry. I'm your host, and let's begin. So the theme of today's episode is essentially some reboots and sequels and all that. Starting off with a sequel to 2015's Jurassic World, we have a confirmed title called Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and we just got some set photos. In these photos, we see Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard washing up on a beach as if they just got finished shooting like this big underwater action sequence, which is really cool. And there's also some other photos of them coming up, and you see all the set gear behind them. And then there's this one where it shows Bryce Dallas Howard getting up out of the water. But, as you can see, she's not wearing high heels. Colin Trevorrow listened, because in the first movie, everyone's complaint was how the heck is Bryce Dallas Howard literally running away from a T-Rex, not getting eaten, in high heels, when pretty much anyone who ever had the thought of running away from a T-Rex in the previous movies pretty much ended up like this. Yeah, that just made no sense. So good for you, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, good for you. Next article. Next on today's to-do list, we have a new poster for a Saw reboot. Let me just say, this thing looks really creepy. We have an official title called Jigsaw, but the slogan says Become Jigsaw, so I have no idea what the plot's going to be. With a slogan like Become Jigsaw, it seems as though it's going to be a prequel, which I typically don't like. But, I could just be overanalyzing, and it could just be something different like that. If you look in the corner of the poster, it's insanely small and blurry, but you can kind of make out the rating and what it's rated R for. Anyways, you can see that it is rated R for sequences of grisly, bloody violence and torture, and for language. Yeah, sounds about Saw. Anyways, Jigsaw comes out this Halloween, but when the trailer comes out, I can guarantee you'll probably see me talk about it. Next article! What a coincidence! An alien topic. In a recent interview, Ridley Scott, the director of Alien, Prometheus, and Alien Covenant, was asked
For 6 generations, this land is provided for this Kansas farmer's family. Now, it also...
Before I was so rudely interrupted by Kansas, I was saying that Ridley Scott was asked in a recent interview whether or not Ripley would make an appearance in future Alien prequels, to which Ridley Scott essentially just had to say this.
Well, we're heading towards the back end of the first Alien, so that may be feasible. I think you're probably 2 films out from even considering her. He's going to go, oh no.
So we get 2 things from this. 1, Ripley may make an appearance, and 2, we get at least 2 more Alien movies, which is always good. I like Alien a lot, obviously. And why wouldn't I? The xenomorphs are probably the best designed creature of all of cinema. They are an amazing design. Not to mention that, the pseudo-sexual themes presented in the first Alien movie in what made the xenomorphs so scary are just fascinating to read up on. I highly suggest that you read up on the creation of the xenomorph, because it's just riddling. It's fantastic. So go do that. That's your homework. Issued by me, Studio Ginger. And I will be checking. I'll have a little stamp that I'll place, and if you don't have the stamp, you don't get credit. But I may let you turn it in a day late for half credit. I should stop. Thank you for watching today's episode of Cinemuck. If you enjoyed what you saw here today, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. And I will see you next time on the sequel to today's episode. The sequel to Cinemuck Episode 3. It's going to be titled Cinemuck Episode 4, Origins.
Kansas farmer's family.
I'll see you next time. I just just want you guys to understand that I'm not funny all the time. Don't expect anything from me. Like, my humor is essentially like a dartboard. Sometimes I throw and I get like a triple 20, and sometimes I throw and then you hit your friend in the eye who's standing next to the board. That's me most of the time.